Morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode on my my higher self journey. Today is going to be kind of about. I took a break from posting any tarot card readings yesterday and some other things. So I didn't really interact with a whole lot of people. Now, there's an explanation for this, and that is I was being attacked supernaturally and paranormally. Now, you'll have to excuse my stomach. What I mean by that was I woke up about the alarm yesterday was supposed to go off at 7. At around 6:19, I felt a heaviness on my chest, like I couldn't breathe, like something was pushing in, and it moved where it felt like I was going to throw up all day long. And then the pain moved down into my ribs. Okay. And it was really, really bad. It went away slightly after I put this on. But I was feeling yucky all day. Literally, like I was just going to vomit at any minute. I didn't necessarily have the shakes, thank goodness, but it was bad. So my heart chakra was being seriously attacked yesterday. Now you may ask yourself, how do you know this? Now the reason I know this is because it's not the first time that spiritually or emotionally or anything else that's happened. I have been attacked by the paranormal and the supernatural many times. That's how I know. Now, you also might be asking yourself, well, how do you know that's what they're going after if you don't have a significant other? Because the closer I get to being with my twin flame, the more this happens. More often, the fire alarm is going off for no apparent reason. No, and that happened 2 days before that, at like 6 something in the morning. Again, actually no, that was at like 5:35 in the morning. So I literally had to tell whatever was in this house, I will deal with you later. Please let us go back to sleep because William had school. That was Monday morning. Tuesday, it decided to up the ante and go after my heart chakra and my lungs, to the point where it actually hurt to breathe. So that's how I know these things. It really sucked. Now, was it trying to take me out? No. I don't honestly think it was trying to take me out. Now, whoever sent that, in my mind, I did a return to sender. I had to. Because it was bad enough where my own son was freaking out and going, "Are you okay, Mommy?" Because he doesn't see me like that very often. But it was that bad, where something was attacking me. Now, do I have some ideas on who it could be? Honestly, in this case, no, I don't. And I may not need to know. Now, I am taking whatever they did to me and I'm going to alchemize it, use it to my advantage in a positive way. That's why I'm telling you. I'm getting closer to my higher self, and I'm getting closer to finding out who I am meant to be with. And something doesn't like it. Something really, really does not like it at all. That irritates the tar out of me. But the more they attack me, the more I will alchemize it and use it to my advantage in a positive way. Now, I don't know how many of you have had to deal with this. Okay? I don't know. And I know there's twin flames that are together now that are still dealing with that. Why? Because somebody is jealous. That's why we tell people you have to be careful what comes out of your mouth, because for a lot of people that do alchemy or any kind of manifestations, and are naturally born and gifted to do that, they have to be careful of what they say because it'll happen. Whether it happened now or down the road somewhere, you've got to be careful of what you say. Because you don't know. And what happened to me yesterday, I do not care who sent it my way, or if it was something in the house that's trying to hold on to me for whatever reason. But whatever it was, I returned it to sender. And I used what was left to alchemize, to tell you guys, hey, if this has happened to you, it's okay. You can alchemize it. You can turn it into something positive for the long run. So, everything's okay. I felt a lot better this morning. A lot better this morning. I keep hearing, and this happens to a lot of people that that are practitioners, alchemists, whatever, and sometimes you'll get like certain names popping in your head constantly, or certain songs popping in your head constantly, or whatever. And that's happening to me a lot more lately. Now, I won't say the name that keeps popping in my head because that is for me to know. Okay? And I'm not going to say the songs that keep popping in, the specific song that keeps popping into my head, because they're tied together. And I don't know who's watching or listening or whatever, so I'm not going to say those out loud. But the more that name and that song pop into my head, and the word that keeps popping into my head as I'm either hearing that name or that song popping in my head, and the word attached to that, I am not saying that for several reasons. One of which is I don't know if that is meant in a friendship wise, a soul family connection, or whatever. Okay, so I'm not saying that out loud because that person that keeps popping into my head may not be my twin flame or my soulmate or any of that. Okay, it just might be, there might be a different kind of connection there. So I'm not going to push it. Not to mention the age difference is crazy. And so I think there's with that person specifically, I think it's not a romantic connection. I think it's something maybe him and I are meant to not necessarily maybe work together. I don't know. If that's the case, cool. If we're just meant to meet sometime and just be friends, I'll take that. Whatever the reason. But I'm not going to jump ahead and say that I'm meant to be with this person because I don't know, honestly. A friend has done a past life thing with this specific person, and I have shared a life with this person, but not in a romantic dynamic. So that lets me know that this person is not a romantic partner, which is cool. But yeah, somewhere we will cross paths again somehow, but it won't be a romantic dynamic, and that's cool. That's fine. I don't mind. But yeah. But for anybody that's going through the same thing, okay, and automatically thinking that that person may be popping in your head is like a romantic connection, it's not always the case. You got to take a step back and look at the situation. There could be a huge age difference. There could be a past life that you had with this person in a different dynamic than that. So you have to take those kind of things into consideration. And for those that are being attacked, whether it be your head, your crown chakra, your heart chakra, any of your chakras, or any other way, my throat chakra has been attacked before. I have been choked by something that's not there, that I can't see. I've been, my, some of my chakras have been attacked in weird ways that most people probably go, what the fluff? But stand back when this stuff happens to you. Alchemize it, however you choose to. Now, let's see, for whoever is subbed to my channel, what the cards hold for this specific situation. Now, I'm not using this deck this time, although I probably could. We are going to use this deck, which is these. Now I'm going to do what I did over on another social media, and we're going to shuffle them a few times and then just take from the top. Unless something comes out, which it just did. Okay. We got more coming out. We're not digging in the ones that are playing peekaboo. Okay. So we have 3 different cards right here. The first one is the Ten of Swords. You have gone through an emotional roller coaster. Now you see the swords are in this piece of land here. So whatever was blocking you emotionally, not just emotionally, but blocking your logic, it's now been dealt with, okay? Followed by the Queen of Swords. You took that stuff and you alchemized it. Or you're currently alchemizing it. Okay, you're currently alchemizing it. And in the future, the Emperor here is in reverse. This is a block. You're blocking any other negative things from being able to enter into your space. And if it does, you're going to turn it around and you're going to use it to your advantage, which is the best thing to do. Because if you don't, it either is going to take you down the way the way it was intended, or you're going to find yourself in a really bad situation. So by alchemizing it and using it for positive and using the rest to return to sender, you don't have to worry about it. So you'll be just fine. Anyway, I know this is a little shorter, then that's alright. I'm trying to get some lunch in my stomach. Anyways, have a great rest of your day, everybody, and I will see you all. If not later on, I will this week or weekend, I will see you again on Wednesday. I love you all. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Peace.